Hey everybody, welcome to Shadow School Studios. Sorry, this one is kind of going up later in the day than normal. Normally I upload at 8 o'clock every day, but it's been a wild week for me. So we got new spoilers for Fallout. Uh, right away, the first one I'm gonna look at is Liberty Prime Recharged. Basically when it attacks or blocks, sack it unless you pay 2. You can pay 2, tap it, sack an artifact, you get 2 energy, and draw a card. Immediately the day after I went over spoilers, this was released. Immediately love it. I think it's an awesome commander, and it reminds me of the Shorikai engine, the giant mech from Kamigawa. But this one is instead of discard a card, draw a card, create a thing. Creates you energy. So automatically, I love this. I think Liberty Prime is great, especially in the American colors. I can't wait to try and see what I can do to, one, make him go infinite, and two, to make infinite energy. But yeah, but also besides that, just to have the Vigilance, Trample, and Haste, 8/8 for 5 mana, I love it. Alright, we're going to go head down. We have Mechanized Production. That's getting a reprint. And of course, it's Nuka-Cola, though it's a little bit meh. It's a good one. We have Desdemona, Freedom's Edge. She is the Railroad from Fallout 4. Vigilance. Whenever she attacks, target creature card in your graveyard that's artifact or has mana value 3 or less gains escape until end of turn. The escape cost is equal to its mana cost plus exile 2 cards from your graveyard. You cast from graveyard. So basically, it's kind of in flavor because you're freeing a synth, which is, I don't know. It's gonna be weird exiling your own stuff, but if you have ways to get extra stuff from exile, which there are, they're just very rare. But yeah. Next we have Atomic Atomize, which is destroy target non-land permanent, proliferate. That is really good for 4 mana, I would say, because you have Putrefy for 3. Now we have Moira Brown, which we will have to go get it translated. Here we go. Moira Brown, Survival Guide author. When she enters the battlefield, create a colorless equipment token named Wasteland. Sorry, I'm just about to yawn. Been really tired. Name Wasteland Survival Guide. Equip creature gets +1/+1 for each quest counter on permanents you control and equip 1. Whenever you attack, put a quest counter on target non-land permanent you control. So she's doing kind of her own thing. Because what is it? It's a equip creature gets +1 for each quest counter on permanents you control. So you can just flood your entire board with quest counters. And how much is it to equip? Equip 1. Okay, I get it. Alright. I like it. Whenever you attack. That's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Duchess, Wayward Tavern Keep. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on it. Remove a quest counter on a permanent you control, create a junk token. So you have 2 things that care about quests. And he makes auras named settlements. So, alright, we're kind of like in the flavor here, but it's kind of being thrown at you. Casualties of War. For 6 mana, choose 1 or more. Destroy artifact, destroy creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. War never changes. This one's kind of sad, but I do think it's pretty funny, this card right here. I think this card is funny. Colonel Autumn. Lifelink Exploit. Other legendary creatures you control have Exploit. Whenever a creature you control exploits a creature, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So you can do Orzhov, Aristocrats, Death Taxes. Nick Valentine, Private Eye. So this one right here, everybody is immediately breaking him. What's the card called? Was it March of the Machines? Hang on, gotta look it up. All right, let's go to Google. No, we'll go to Goop. Why is it not popping up? I didn't want to go to Chrome. There we go. Get that off my screen. All right. So now we're gonna type in, was it MTG March of the Machines card? There it is. All right, cool. So we'll go to images. There it is. Which is each non-creature artifact and an artifact creature power toughness. So basically, what that does with Nick is can be blocked by artifact creatures. When Nick, Valentine, or another artifact creature you control dies, you may investigate. So basically, you're going to infinitely stall the game unless you have a way to win, which you could if you had like Alter the Brood, Disciple the Vault, or if anything would with creature death triggers. Basically, with Martian Machine and Nick, you go infinite. With Alter the Brood, you'll mill your opponents out with anything that says when a creature dies or leaves the battlefield, that does a thing, will also go infinite. Next we have what? Rose? Yeah. Cutthroat Raider. First strike. At end of combat on your turn, if you attack this turn, create one junk token for each opponent you attacked. When you sack a token, add red mana. So if you're going to be doing a bunch of that stuff, I think it's okay. Creatures you control have base power and toughness XX until end of turn. To me, that one is kind of just meh. Get that off the screen. Next, we have Battle at Hoover Dam. When it enters the battlefield, choose NCR or Legion. For NCR, at the beginning of your end step, return target creature card with the mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Whenever a creature you control dies, put 2/1 counters on a target creature you control. So basically for this one, I think it's really highly in flavor. I think it's great. Love this card. Cast, Hand of Vengeance. When cast another creature you control dies, if it is enchanted or equipped, return any number of aura cards that are attached to it from your graveyard. Attach to target creature, then attach any number of equipments that are attached to that creature. So yeah, I would rather she did investigate things like in her quest, like create junk or make clue tokens. I think would be a lot better. Inexorable Tide. Wow, they reprinted this. When you cast a spell, proliferate. That's going to be insane. Diamond City. When it enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it, add 1. Move a shield counter from Diamond City onto target creature. Activate only if 2 or more creatures in the battlefield under your control this turn. That one's going to be kind of meh. Vault 112. Sadistic Simulation. Tap up to 1 target creature, put a stun counter on it. You get 2 energy. Pay any amount of energy. If you paid 1 or more energy this way, shuffle your library, then exile the top cards. Oh! So, yeah, when this dies, you can just throw your energy into it, and you basically get to cast that many cards from the top of your library for free. Vault 21, House Gambit. Discard a card, draw a card, reveal up to 5 non-land cards from your hand. For each of those cards that has the same mana value as another card revealed this way, create a treasure token. That one's kind of, I don't know. That one is going to be like a kind of a weird card. Like if you did this in Voltron. If you did this in like Boros Voltron, I think it would be really good. All right, what's this one? Is it Power Fist? It's a Power Fist. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many 1/1 counters on it. This is going in my Murder Yogi deck with Wilson and Noble Heritage. Wasteland Raider. Squad 2. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature. That is going to be insane. Oh, I need that. That's going to be great. Open the vaults. Yeah, that's another reprint. Return all artifact enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield under the owner's control. And it's each player, right? Yep. Oh my gosh, all these ads. Single combat. Each player chooses a creature or planeswalker they control. Sack the rest. Players can't cast creature or planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. That's a stacks piece. We have a Yao Guai. Enraged Yao Guai. Enters battlefield with counters on it. When enters battlefield, destroy any number of target artifacts or enchantments with a total mana value less than or equal to X. Wow. Yao Guai is going to be insane. Thrill Kill Disciple. Squad 1, discard a card. When it dies, create a junk token. This one is going to be another weird. Why are all the red ones so weird? We went after the T45, I think, last time. We had the Solemn Simulacrum, which is an Assaultron. Wild Wasteland was another one that was spoiled. Being able to keep exile 2 cards. We play those cards this turn. Basically, just keep your draw up. This one's going to be weird with Prosper decks or anything that wants you to cast from exile. This would be good in, but Mutational Advantage. Permanents you control with counters on them gain hexproof and indestructible to end of turn. Prevent all damage. Oh, we built to these? Proliferate. I love the art, but that's just hilarious. Ow, my pipe. Pre-war formal wear. But it's not formal wear, though. Formal wear is actual formal wear in the game. Enter battlefield for return for a creature card man by 3 or less from your graveyard to battlefield and attach pre-formal wear to it. It has +2/+2 and vigilance. I don't like the art for this. I think it's terrible. Chaos Warp is great. I love the Brahmin getting sucked up by the alien spaceship. Watchful Radstag. This is going to be a busted card. I can already tell. Evolve. Whenever it evolves, create a token that's a copy of it. Cool. This will get busted. This card will break the game. Yeah, this is going to be insane. For each opponent, you create a 1/1. Each player secretly votes for it. Oh my god, they did it. And then when those votes are revealed, if no creature got votes, each player draws a card. Otherwise, destroy each creature with the most votes or tied for the most votes. Oh my god. For up to 1, that's great. Oh, that is so in flavor. I love it. Ferris Lake. Is that a reprint? Maybe. Let's look it up. Pretty sure. Ferris Lake. So far, yeah, this is a new land. It's a new filter land. Neat. Arcane Signet. We have Sierra, Nuka's biggest fan. Nuka Cola Challenge. When no more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on her and create a food token. When you sack a food token, target creature you control gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of quest counters on Sierra. Cool. So what's going to happen is this is going in the Lord of the Rings food token deck, is what's going to happen here. Recon Craft Data. Create a 0/0 with a 1/1 counter on it. When it attacks, proliferate. Oh, cool. We got a spaceship. And we make alien tokens. Grim Reaper Sprint. In the battlefield, tap each creature you control in your phase. There's an additional. I think we went over that last time. There's Rancor. Here we go. Fraying Sanity. At the beginning of each. It's the Puppet Man! It's the Puppet Man! Look at it! This is great. A being of each instep, enchanted player deals X cards, where X is the number of cards in their graveyard put from anywhere this turn. I love it. I love it. Why is it not? There we go. We got Paladin, Elizabeth Taggarty, which at least 2 other creatures attack, draw a card. You may put a creature card with mana value X or less from your hand on the battlefield tapped and attacking. where X is Paladin Elizabeth Taggarty's power. I like it. I like it. Command Tower. We have Maxon. Creature tokens you control have training. Sacrifice another creature. He gains indestructible. Wow. That's great. Oh, I'm happy about this one. Struggle for Project Purity. Choose Brotherhood or Enclave. At the beginning of your upkeep, each one draws a card. For each card, you draw a card for each card drawn this turn. Whenever a player attacks with one or more creatures, that player gets twice that many rad counters. Okay. Okay. Library, you may play a card to your next turn. For Armory Paladin is okay, I guess. Basilisk Caller is just Dog Meets Caller. Forced Evolution. Here we go. Gain control of target non-mutant creature for as long as you control Vault 87. Put one counter on target creature you control. It becomes a mutant in addition to its other types. Draw a card equal to the greatest power among mutants you control. I like this card. I like this card. Kellogg, Dangerous Mind. First Strike Haste. When he attacks, create a treasure token. Sack 5 treasures. Gain control of target creature for as long as you control. I like it. I like it. I also like too. This basically makes that the female lone survivor from Fallout 4 is the one that lived. So the father died. Hardened Scales is a Deathclaw. Blowforce Battle Axe is just an axe. With just his trusty axe, Grognak became king. Oh, okay. Okay, it's the comic book reference. Nipton Lottery. Choose a creature at random. You can control the creature until end of turn. Untap it. Gains haste and turn to destroy all other creatures. Wow. I love these spoil. Oh my god, there's more. Okay, Champion's Helm. Long as creature is legendary, it has hexproof and +2/+2. Hancock, Ghoulish Mare. Each other creature you control that's a zombie or mutant gets +X/+X, where X is the number of counters on Hancock Mare. Undying. Love it. I want to make him a commander. Yes Man, Personal Securitron. Target opponent gains control of Yes Man. When they do, you draw cards. Put a quest counter on Yes Man. Activate only during your turn. When Yes Man leaves the battlefield, its owner creates a tapped 1/1 White Soldier creature token for each quest counter on it. Let's go. This is great. Masterwork Ingenuity. That gets reprint. I love it. Nuclear Fallout. Each creature gets twice at -X/-X. Till end of turn. Each player gets X rad counters. It's a nuke. But it's not an actual nuke. It's just it's a nuke. I love it. Squad 3, Securicon Squadron. Vigilance. When a creature token is about to under your control, put one counter on it. Love it. Let's get into the battlefield. Create damage too. Oh, so it enters the battlefield first. And then you make the tokens, and this triggers. Got it. We have the Pit Boy, 3000. I don't know if I went at it, but basically when it attacks, choose one. Draw a card, discard a card. Put one counter for creature. Untap up to 2 target lands. Love it. Boomer Scrapper, this one's new. In his battlefield attacks, you lose 1 life, create a junk token. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, put one counter on Boomer Scrapper. Let's go. He just shoots stuff at people. English Unmaking got a reprint. Kate. As long as your turn, Kate Brawler has indestructible. Whenever Kate attacks, you and defending player each draw a card, then discard a card, but 2 more counters on Kate if you discard the card with the highest mana, calling one of those cards to the choice. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so you and each opponent draw a card. Then you discard a card. Put 2 more counters on Kate if you discarded the card with the highest mana value among those cards or tied for the highest. So basically you and your opponent are going to be gambling to make Kate bigger or not. Pharaoh Ghoul, I think we went through. Marshall's Anthem. Multi-kicker. Creature you control get +1/+1. When there's battlefield, return up to X target creature cards from your graveyard to battlefield attack, where X is the number of times it was kicked. I like it. I like it. Cosworth, Handy Helper. Commanders you control have Ward 2. 2 mana only to cast aura or equipment spells. Attach aura or equipment you control to target creature you control. Nice. Guardian Project. Whenever token is battlefield under your control. It's a reprint of actual Guardian Project. I just didn't recognize it. I love in this art, it makes super mutants so much bigger. Because in Fallout 1, I think they were actual threats. Vault 75, Middle School. Exile all creatures with power 4 or greater. Love it. Automatically in fashion. Put one counter on each creature you control. Love it. Veronica, Dissident Scribe. She's from Vault New Vegas. Whenever it's grab attacks, you may discard, draw a card. You may discard one or more non-land cards for the first time each turn. Create a treasure token. Okay. Mariposa Military Base. In battlefield tapped. If you do, you get 2 rad tokens. Shouldn't it say untapped for that? Draw a card. Oh, that's why. This is in flavor 2. Because the closer you are to the origine of the nuclear fallout, the more, like, risk of radiation was like when stuff was unscavenged. So it makes sense. Lore-wise and stuff like that. Mysterious Stranger, here we go. When you're battlefield, each graveyard. When you're exile target instant source a card from that graveyard. If 2 or more cards are exiled this way, choose one of them at random and copy it. You may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. Ooh. Like it. I like it. Junk Jet. I think we went over. Sacrifice or double crew power. Under battlefield, create junk token. I can't remember. Oh, wait, let's go back up. We have McCready, Mayor of Lamplight. Whenever a creature you control power 2 less attacks, it gains Skulk. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater attacks you, its controller loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. Love it. Megaton's Fate, destroy target artifact, create 4 treasure tokens, which is disarming it. Or Megaton's Fate deals 8 damage to each creature. Each player gets 4 rad counters. Detonate the nuke. I love this. Vexing Rad Goal. Deals combat to a player. The player gets 2 rad counters if they don't have any rad counters. Otherwise, proliferate. Okay. Is this one. Eridesh the Founder. Enlist. Whenever a creature you control attacks, if it enlists a creature in this combat, a player attacks against double strike. Until end of turn, the power is 4 or greater. Whenever a creature you control attacks, if it is enlisted, a creature this combat. Wait, what? Control attacks. Why is this twice? When you attacks, if it is enlisted, a creature this combat, that creature can draw a card. That is weird. Why is this here twice? Oh well, maybe it's a mistake. All right, we have Young Deathclaws. Oh, hang on, we'll go to inventory management, which is split second for each or equipment you control. You may attach it to a creature you control, which is great. I love that card. Young Deathclaws. Each creature card in your graveyard has scavenge. The scavenge cost is equal to its mana cost. Exile a creature from your graveyard and pay its mana cost. Put one counter is equal to that card's power on target creature. Scavenge. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. I like Deathclaws are just lizards. Are they all that way? Yes, they are. Deathclaws are just lizards. You could probably just do lizard tribal. It would be great. What's this one? Overseer of Vault 76. First contact. Whenever Overseer of Vault 76 or another creature with power 3 or less enters the battlefield under your control, put a quest counter on her. At the start of your combat of your turn, remove 3 quest counters from opponents you control. If you do, put 1 counter on each creature you control, and they gain vigilance until end of turn. Alright. Alright, I see this. I see this. Okay. That would be a fun card. Centurion of the Marked. Other zombies get +1/+1. Oh, it's the version of Lord of the Dead. Oh, okay. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Gotcha. Bloatfly Swarm. Enter battlefield with 5 1 counters on it. If damage you belt to it, has a 1 counter, prevent that damage, remove that many counters from it. They give each player a rad counter for each 1 counter. Move this way. Nice. Last Miss Act we looked at. Rawl, Troubleshooter. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a spell from one card of your graveyard that were milled this turn. Each player mills a card. Okay. Interesting. Powder Ganger, Squad 2. When it's battlefield, trade up to 1 target artifact. Is okay. It's pretty good removal. Corpse Jack Menace is a reprint. Basically, if you put counters on something, you put twice that many counters. Ruinous Ultimatum is a reprint. We have Putrefy as a reprint. Animal Friend. Attacks, create a 1 green scroll token. Put 1 counter on that token for each aura and equipment attached to this creature other than Animal Friend. I don't like this. Animal Friend is a perk that makes it where animals can't attack you. Why can't it say non-human? Let's say you just get a giant squirrel. I don't know. This one's a fail in my book, but I love the card. The card is good, but I hate it. Vitalize with your text alone, it gets plus X, right? Versus the number of non-land permanents you control. That's really good. Arcane Signet. Hour of Reckoning. Destroy all non-token creatures. Yikes. Soaring. ED, Lonesome Eyebot. ED, my love. When you attack, the number of attacking creatures is greater than the number of quests card on ED. Put a quest counter on it. Sack, draw a card, then draw an additional card for each quest counter on ED. Love it. Desolate Mire, that's a reprint. Boggs, a reprint. Vault 101, Birthday Party, we went over. Overencumbered. Is it Butch? Yo, we got Butch. Whenever attacks get born to reserve for each other rogue or snake you control, put a menace counter on another target creature. It becomes a rogue in addition. Why can't it be a rogue snake? Why can't it be a rogue snake? Why can't we make things rogue snakes here? But I do get it. That's funny though. I like it. Butch has his own card. Mr. Gutsy. When you cast an aura or equipment spell, put a 1 counter on Mr. Gutsy. When it dies, create X junk tokens, where X is the number of 1 counters on it. White Glove Gourmand. Enters the battlefield. Create 2 1/1 white soldier tokens. At the beginning of your step, if another human died or control this turn, create a food token. Ooh. Reprint a Pure Steel Paladin. Love it. I wear the armor. I am the weapon. Ruthless Rad Rat. Escape is exile 4 cards from your graveyard. No, that's Squad. My bad. Squad. It just has Menace. Survivor's Medkit. Fancy Lag Cakes. Create a food token. Right away. Target player loses all rad counters. Sacrifice the kit. Okay. Oh, it's Stim Package. Draw a card. Okay. Heroic Intervention is pretty neat. Another filter land. We have Craig Boone. Novik Guide. Guard. My bad. I cannot read today. When you attack more counter creatures, put 2 quest counters on him. When you do, Craig Boone deals damage equal to the number of quest counters on it, up to 1 target creature, unless that creature's controller has Craig deal that much damage to them. Interesting. So he snipes things, which is what he does. Wear and Tear, short target artifact, short target enchantment. Path to Exile, love it. Valorous Stance is a reprint. Skull Clamp, there we go. Acquired Mutation, we get the 3rd arm. With many arms. It gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Each creature attacks. Defending player gets 2 rad counters. Alright, that's great. Legate, Lanius Caesar's Ace. In the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a 10th of the creatures they control rounded up. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a creature, put 1 counter on Legate. Crimson Cavalier. Caravaneer. Just combat damage to a player, create a junk token. Gary Clone we went over. Bighorn Rancher. Add green mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Sack it, you gain life equal to the greatest toughness among other creatures you control. Okay. Breakdown. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Create a junk token. I like it. Squirrel Nest got a reprint. Okay. Super Mutant Scavenger. When there's a battlefield or dies, return up to 1 or equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. That's decent. Well rested. When the creature becomes untapped, put 2 cards on it, gain 2 life and draw a card. Only once per turn though. Behemoth Sledge. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 trample and lifelink. Alright. We got a reprint for Brass Knuckles. We got Fire Shrieker as a reprint, and that's the flamethrower. Swiftwood Boots, that's great. It's just rollerblades. Who is this? Outcast of the Brotherhood. In a battlefield, choose 1. Return target aura or equipment card, mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a shield counter on target creature. What is she supposed to be holding here? Oh, she's putting on a glove, I'm guessing? But it looks like she's supposed to be aiming down something. Is this supposed to be like AI art, or it's just her putting on the glove? It's weird. Gunner Recruiter. Gets +1 for each ore and equipment attached to it. When it dies, if it's enchanted, create a junk token. If it dies, it's equipped, create a junk truck. Okay. Ian the Reckless. Attacks. If it's modified, you may have it deal damage equal to its power to you and any target. Wow. Silver Shroud costume. That creature gains Shroud until end of turn. Equipped creature cannot be blocked. I love it. Commander. Oh, this one doesn't have a translation. Oh no, that's actual name. Okay. When Commander Sophia enters the battlefield, destroy up to one target legendary permanent that permanent's controller creates a junk token. So this reference I don't get. I'm gonna be honest, because I haven't played all the Fallouts, and we have all of these. Explorer's Scope is a reprint. Tax the top of the library. It's a land card. Put it on the battlefield tapped. Wild Growth. Oh, it's the tree dude from Fallout 3. Battlefield for a land. Sticky Fingers. Menace. When it's killed a player, create a treasure token. When a creature dies, draw a card. All That Glitter's got a reprint. I don't really care for that art. You could have done so much better stuff. Temple Plenty. Abandon. So this is what the lands are going to be for the deck, so I'm guessing. Cycle lands. Scavenger Grounds. The reprinting deserts too, apparently. Rogue's Passage. Where's that Rogue Quarry Moss Fire? So these are what Junktown. Sacrifice Junktown. Gain the treasures. Okay. Jungle Shrine. Dark Orchard. So yeah, this is gonna be the land base. Buried Room, Command Tower. Yeah, the Wasteland Survival Guide. I love that. Food. Squirrel. Settlement. Human Soldier, which is an ENCR soldier. Copy. Treasure. Junk. And yeah, here's a. I guess, did they release any more of these? We have a Fog Crawler. If damage would be dealt to a creature you control, prevent that damage. 1/1 counter on that creature for each 1/1 counter. 1 damage this way. Put into a graveyard from anywhere. Shuffle it to its owner's library. Okay. That's neat. Specimen 73. Flying Death Touch. When there's a battlefield, create 4/1 instant tokens with flying and Death Touch. It's a Hornet Queen. Okay. That makes sense. Terror of Point Lookout is a Ula Queen among bears. Whenever the bear is battlefield under your control, put terrors on target bear. Assaultron Invader is a walking ballista. I want it, but I also want the other art too. Ravages of War is just evil. These are all the other reprints. Vanoblast is great. But yeah, guys, I want to know what y'all think so far about these spoilers. Like, some of this stuff is great. I like it. Some other stuff I think are pretty much hit or miss. But yeah, guys, comment down below and subscribe if you enjoy this content. And I will see y'all again next time. Bye-bye.